Jimmy B, see, whatever I did or said about you to make you try and kill me, I'm sorry. Oh! Come on, man! What's up, guys? Welcome to the last post-game episode of the Glove Drop for the 2018-2019 New York Rangers. It has been a rough season, to say the least, with a lot of stuff going down, and the Rangers ended it in a back-to-back. Their final home game was Friday, last one at MSG. I was there, and I started getting a lot of flack from people. They were like, how can you cheer them on? We want them to lose. If you were there, you would have been cheering too. That garden was out of control. It was on fire. And when Pavel Buchnevich scored to tie it up and send it into overtime, 6 seconds left. If you weren't cheering, you're not a Rangers fan. The game ended in a shootout loss, but I gotta say, for a team who had been eliminated from the playoffs and had been for a week or so, to come out and play that hard and put up such a fight against a team, the Columbus Blue Jackets, who were playing for their season. They were playing to get into the playoffs. They had everything to lose, and we had nothing to lose. So to see them come out and play that hard was amazing. Such a great atmosphere. And while it did end in a loss, I gotta say the performance that they put up was definitely one that can give us a little bit of hope for the next season. So the final game of the season was the following day, and it was in Pittsburgh. And again, everybody said, we want them to lose, we want them to lose. No, at this point, we have a 7.5% chance for the draft lottery to get the first pick. It went to 6.5, and then it went back to 7.5. So we've been chilling, going from 6th place to 7th place. No, I'm going to cheer for my team. Saturday night's game in Pittsburgh, the New York Rangers were outshot 30-39. And in net, we've got Georgiev, and I was sad. I wanted to see Hanky play in the game, close out the season, but Georgie stepped up, and he was, once again, showing how incredibly talented and showing the potential that he has, especially as a young goalie. We have him in net, and for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Matt Murray. First period, Crosby strikes first. He scores, and Brendan Smith was able to tie it up. We go into the first intermission. The New York Rangers are tied 1-1. Second period, no goals. Third period, the Pens strike first again when Bjugstad rips one off. Brady Shea steps up and comes right back. So we are now tied 2-2, and then Vlad Namestnikov, after a penalty is called on Elias Anderson, we are shorthanded. And Namestnikov rips one. Rangers are up 1. And I wanted to say, oh, great, good job, because Jake Gunsel ties it with 2.5 minutes left. And I'm like, oh, you tied it with 2.5 minutes left? Psh, Bucci only needed 6 seconds to tie it and send it into overtime. They tied it, and the Rangers went into overtime, extending the season 5 minutes, extending my happiness 5 minutes. The first minute of overtime, though, Crosby scores.
Justin Schultz looking toward the net, fires it for Gensel. Here's Crosby on the tap in. But what happened here? No,
Now, I'm watching this goal, and I was shocked that they even needed to call up to double check it. The amount of goalie interference was... There was no reason in the world they made the call. But maybe they just wanted to call their friends up in Toronto. They call the goal off. And just like that, Ryan Strome in his 19th goal of the season, rips one past Murray, and the Rangers win it in overtime. The Rangers end this season with 78 points overall. They won 32, 36, and 14, and were 6th in the Eastern Conference wildcard. The team leaders this year, but of course, Mika Zibanejad, 74 points. He had 30 goals. Second place was Chris Kreider. He was only 52 points and 28 goals. Last but not least, we've got Pavel Buchnevich, Mr. Clutch himself, 38 points, 21 goals. As far as goalies go, Hanky was not the leader for save percentage. Lundqvist finished up with .904%, and then we've got Georgie, the Bulgarian beauty. I'll give it back to him, .914. And as if you needed me to tell you that Zibby would be the MVP, Mika Zibanejad was named team MVP, and of course that is chosen by the media. Zibby was also the recipient of the Detective Stephen McDonald Extra Effort Award, which is chosen by the fans. He joins 5 other Rangers who were a recipient of both. And the names of the 5 others are unreal. You've got Adam Graves. You've got Messier. You've got Leach, Gretzky, and Lundqvist. So congratulations, Mika Zibanejad. You are in incredible company. You deserved it. So excited to see what he's going to do with the team next year. And watching his play and watching him grow throughout this season was nothing less than impressive. Looking forward, tomorrow is the draft lottery. We have a 7.5% chance of getting the first pick. Fingers crossed, 7.5% is better than no percent. Of course, the Ottawa Senators were up first with 18.5%, but they did pass that one off. So Colorado Avalanche will be first. We do have some really, really great opportunities to bring in some huge names, some really strong players with the trades that we've done back in February. For Kevin Hayes, of course, we got Brendan Lemieux, who he has shown that he is worth so much more than I think a lot of people had expected in that trade. And for the single body that we got from the trades, that was a acquisition that is paying off. Along with Lemieux in that trade, we got a 2019 first round pick, as well as a conditional 4th round pick. Now here's where everybody needs to band together and start rooting for the Dallas Stars. In the trade with Zuccarello, we've got a 2nd and a 3rd round pick. That 2nd round draft pick will become a first if the Stars can make it through 2 rounds of the playoffs. Zuccarello was injured, and according to the conditions of that, he would have to play at least 50% of those playoff games, and they would have to win 2 rounds. He is back, he is healthy, he is playing. So we need the Stars to just win. I will be cheering for them with all I have, because I don't want a 2nd, I want a 1st. And last but not least, we did get 2 more draft picks in the trade to the Blue Jackets of Adam McQuaid. While this is the end of the Rangers season, this is not the end of the glove drop. I know you guys were all really nervous. Heaven forbid you don't get to look at me in my room. But so tomorrow I will be doing a full rundown of the draft lottery. And I will be covering the entire Stanley Cup playoffs. I will be paying special attention to the teams that we are banking on for better picks. So you can always come and check me out there. For more information, you can go to www.theglovedrop.com, Twitter and Instagram @theglovedrop. And if you like what you've seen so far, hit subscribe. If you don't like what you've seen so far, hit subscribe. Now, until the 2019 and 2020 New York Rangers season, I'm changing what I'm going to say. So, as always, starting right now, let's go Stars! Yes!